It's a time of preparation and anticipation and Stanley Cup dreams. There's heartache and joy. There's pain, but also promise. And for some, there is celebration. When a pizza maker turns into a handicapper, it's family. It's the Ice People. It's the NHL 2025 season. It's Ice Con. And most importantly, it's goals. 300 seconds with Mr. Ice.
Welcome to 300 Seconds with Mr. Ice. Let's get into it. Week 2 of the NHL. First week, so even. I think it's pretty tough out there right now. Some days I think there's going to be a ton of goals. Like Sunday night, I almost came in, and it was 0-4, 4 unders. Thank God I didn't come in. And then last night I was a little nervous too, and there was a bunch of goals. So I'm trying to figure out teams that we're going to play a bunch. Still don't know. Like, are the Bruins an over team? Maybe. I mean, they have been so far, but they're not supposed to be. Is Edmonton going to stink this whole year again, or is it the first 10 games? It's like Vegas has gone over a couple times. We bet the Nashville game the other day. They had I think 80 shot attempts. I don't think I've ever seen that before, and no goals. So I don't know what the heck to. I know they have to. They got a bunch of new people, and they have a pretty good team. So maybe it's going to take a little bit. So we're going to stay away from them for a little bit. I feel like people have not played. Some teams have played 3 or 4 games. The other teams have played 1. We got a bunch of teams playing for the second time tonight. So I'd like to see a little bit more. I like the pick we have tonight. Let's get right into the questions, PJ.
Why is hockey the hardest sport to predict?
I think they're all hard to predict. Just like everything, injuries, who's hot at the end. So I do think it's hard, but I think everything is, all sports.
Who is the best GM in the business, and why is it Joe Douglas?
Yeah, I mean, good friend, roommate in college. I have to go Joe Douglas, although last night was just bad. They're in bad right now. I think the AFC East is still wide open. Buffalo's pretty good as far as our division, and they're probably the best in our division, but the Jets are not too far off. I mean, if the Jets kick a field goal, they might win that game. So get Devontae Adams. You gotta go on a little run here. You gotta win. I don't know who they play next week, but you gotta win.
Last one. What day is it appropriate to turn on the heat in the Northeast or stop wearing shorts?
Yeah, that's a great question. So I woke up the other morning going to the gym, 6 o'clock, and my temperature downstairs was 58 degrees. So I had to put the heat on. I think that was 3 days ago. I had to put the heat on because I have little kids. I don't want them coming down. And I was cold, so I knew they would. So it's probably now. Even though my wife is saying, no heat yet, it's time. That's it. All right. Guys, we got a good game tonight. Let's bounce back. Let's get a little streak. Let's have a nice hot week. Let's bet 6 games this week, 6 out of 7 days. I'd love to do that. Maybe go 5-1, 6-0, 4-2 at the worst. But just win 1 tonight. PJ, hit it.
Listen. I got one play. I got one huge play. I got Vancouver over 6.5. Vancouver over 6.5. Let's go.